Well, after a few weeks of waiting patiently and trying to find the episode online, I finally got to watch the finale. And it really was worth the wait. I really enjoy these episodes. Although, like much of the season, I feel it's going to be divisive among fans because it all depends on how much you actually like Starlight. And while her reformation still is a bit of an iffy issue, I really did get to like her over this season. Or as much as they used her over this season. And that's really kind of the flaw of at least the beginning of the first part. We're told how much Starlight has improved, but we haven't really seen that much of it. And considering the last episode we saw with her before this one had her brainwashing her friends, it's not really a compelling argument. It's something I really hope they're going to improve on next season, actually making Starlight part of the group and focusing more episodes on her. I also hope they'll get all their schedules worked out so there won't be leaks and it won't be so hard to find the episodes online. But anyway, despite the telling not showing aspects of Starlight's reformation, I do like that her old village actually invited her back to the Sunset Festival. The Sunset Festival. I'm sure the writers knew exactly what they were doing with that name. Just as I'm sure a lot of bronies would attend a Sunset Festival. I would! I'd try to be first in line. But I'm getting off on a tangent. I like the pony she decided to invite as a friend was, of course, Trixie. And of course, I love Twilight's reaction to that news and all the times Trixie was rubbing it in. Seems like those two still have quite a few issues to work out. But Trixie and Starlight don't, as they share just an amazing chemistry. And yes, if I didn't ship them before, I totally ship them now. Especially since Trixie was quick to think and get Starlight out of that rather embarrassing situation. And it's nice to see she's improved her smoke bomb techniques. Then we get to the heart of these episodes, the Changeling Takeover. I do kinda wish the description and the leaks hadn't spoiled that twist for me, but, well, it would have been hard to figure out. Changelings really are the Skrulls of Equestria, aren't they? Yeah, they can turn into any pony, but they're not really good at it. Although I did get a chuckle out of the Changeling pretending to be Twilight's advice, like, oh, your friends didn't like you? Screw 'em! I'm glad Starlight saw through that right away. Just like I'm also glad we got confirmation that, indeed, Pony Trixie likes peanut butter crackers as well. I wonder how many times she has that dream. Now we come to the other draw of the episode, this backup team. I was excited for just the idea of this team since I read the description. And even the spoiler thumbnails all over YouTube actually helped me get excited for it. I mean, it worked out that Trixie would be there, and I would have liked to seen the other two introduced in the episode itself, but still, seeing who was in that group, Thorax, Trixie, Discord, and Starlight, oh, I got even more excited to see it. And this did not disappoint. Particularly Trixie and Discord had some wonderful interactions. And they set up what was going to happen to Thorax fairly well early on. And I loved Starlight cutting off Thorax's imitation of Twilight's speech in the Crystal Empire. I guess even with being her student, she's still not ready to hear all of Twilight's friendship speeches. And Discord's motivation for getting involved worked very well for him, as did the way they explained why his magic wouldn't work. Maybe it's a slight cop-out, but let's be honest, having Discord come in there and just solve everything right away itself would be a cop-out. Plus, we would miss out on all that great character interaction I mentioned. I do like the little detail of Trixie almost constantly shaking whenever they go in the Changeling Hive. And honestly, just her reaction to this whole situation in general. That is how she would react. I think it shows that the encounter with the Ursa Minor she had in Ghostbusters really stuck with her, and she knows what she can and can't do now. But in the end, she was able to overcome her fears, and some of her tricks really did help them elude the Changelings. And even Discord's crappy stand-up came back and helped them. That was just a great callback and a funny moment. As is how they captured him. Yeah, a bunch of crying Fluttershy's would do that to him, wouldn't it? Speaking of Changeling tricks, I'll be honest, I did not see the switch between Thorax and Starlight coming. So you got me there, writers. Good on you. Now, I did see the other change for Thorax coming, but again, that's because of spoilers. And it sucks, because that would have been a great moment to see live, as it were. Though I did get a good surprise when it happened to the other changelings, because I never expected them to do anything like that. But it showed why Starlight needed to be the focus of these episodes. She had to be the one to tell Chrysalis and the changelings that ruling with fear and intimidation is not the way to do it. That doesn't make a good leader. Because none of the other ponies there had any experience with that, especially not any of the princesses. So yeah, this was her defining moment. It's what those episodes throughout the season were leading up to. Again, I wish they'd done a better job with that, but still, I think the payoff really worked. Especially when calling back to how Twilight helped her reform. And Chrysalis was having none of that. They gave us a great fake out for the moment, but the second Chrysalis slapped Starlight's hoofs away, you knew where this was going. Now, it does make me wonder if she can create another hive of changelings, considering that she is a queen. And maybe sometime down the road we'll see a changeling versus changeling fight. That would be interesting. But of course, we'll just have to wait for next season to see how that plays out. If it plays out, I hope it won't be another 2 to 3 years before we see Chrysalis again. And I hope next time they put the reverb back in her voice, just kind of loses something without it. I really hope we get to see Starlight's group again, because they were just fun. Heck, I'd love for them to get a spin-off. Although, I guess since Thorax will be busy being the leader of the changelings, we'll need someone to replace him. Maybe a certain reformed Griffin? And heck, since this fandom loves grouping of 6, maybe we can put 2 more in there to fill out the roster. Who would you guys like to see in this group? Would you like to see a constant change in roster? Would you like them to have some more of their own adventures? Let me know in the comments below, and you know what? Let me know what you thought of Season 6 as a whole. I thought it was a bit uneven, but still thoroughly enjoyable as the show has been since it started. And, well, I guess some pony will be back here for next season. Yeah, I guess I should probably go see what's going on down below. So I'll catch you guys later.